You know, I find it painfully ironic at best and straight up hypocrisy at worst that Joe Biden, a man who brags about constantly passing the assault weapons ban.
I'm the only guy that ever got passed legislation when I was a senator to make sure we eliminated assault weapons.
The same man who tells American citizens that they don't need an AR-15, which is what he means when he says assault or military-style weapons.
You don't need an AR-15. It's harder to aim, it's harder to use, and in fact, you don't need 30 rounds to protect yourself.
The same man who says American citizens don't need any gun that can take more than 10 rounds.
The idea you need a weapon that can have the ability to fire 20, 30, 40, 50, 120 shots from that weapon, whether it's a 9mm pistol or whether it's a rifle, is ridiculous.
The same man who says he's going to take on the nation's biggest Second Amendment organization and that he's coming after the gun manufacturers.
And I want to tell you, if I'm elected and I'm coming for you and gun manufacturers, I'm going to take you on and I'm going to beat you. I'm the only one who's done it.
Is the same man who botched the withdrawal of troops from Afghanistan so badly the Taliban now has access to 25,000 grenade launchers, nearly 65,000 actual machine guns, about 360,000 actual assault rifles, according to a Government Accountability Office report.
In terms of arming the Taliban as a ground force, the Americans have left behind almost 360,000 assault rifles, top of the range, with over 120,000 service pistols and almost 65,000 machine guns.
To make things even worse, the Taliban is demanding all Afghan citizens who have government goods, equipment, weapons, ammunition, or vehicles to hand them over to the relevant department. The Taliban spokesman declared on Twitter, and the weapons need to be given to the Taliban within a week. Yes, you heard that right. The Taliban has its own Twitter account. In America, we have a whole constitution that explicitly protects the people's right to keep and bear arms in order to protect against tyrannical governments, foreign or domestic. And our president, by way of his actions and inept decision-making, gave one of the most tyrannical governments in recent history access to hundreds of thousands of guns that American citizens don't even have access to, while at the same time saying stupid, hypocritical nonsense like this.
So to gun owners out there who say, well, a Biden administration means they're going to come for my guns.
Bingo. You're right if you have an assault weapon. The fact of the matter is they should be illegal, period.
As far as I'm concerned, Joe Biden is the last person on earth to be telling anyone in America what they can or can't own to protect their families when he just armed the Taliban with more automatic guns than there are in the hands of American citizens. So the next time you hear or see Joe Biden talking about gun control, I want you to remember this. The Taliban, with its now hundreds of thousands of American assault rifles, has more access to the Second Amendment than you. You know how frightening it is to think about what happens in the moments before, during, and even days after having to use your gun in self-defense? When you first start carrying a gun for protection, it can be a very scary and nerve-wracking experience, especially if you haven't gotten the education and training you need to feel confident. I've been there myself, hoping I never have to go through a self-defense shooting, which is why I'm a member of the USCCA. As a USCCA member, you can eliminate some of the stress of carrying a gun for protection by accessing the amazing wealth of firearm education, training, and current state-specific gun laws of your state or states you may travel to. This can help you be prepared for or hopefully even avoid a self-defense incident. As a bonus, members automatically become insured on the self-defense liability insurance policy purchased by and issued to the USCCA. Click below to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, make sure you hit that bell symbol.